Yo, what's up guys, Shujinkydink here. Welcome to a video all about MILEENA. There's been a lot of talk about her the last couple days, and they even released an intro that she had with Aaron Black, and I would say it surprises me, but it really doesn't surprise me that people are making a react video to a 45-second intro, not even a gameplay trailer. So today, I was going to show you my 1 minute reaction because that doesn't warrant a video all on its own, and then I wanted to talk about the 3 variations of MILEENA if I were in the development team and got to create them, and kind of the ideas that I came up with on kind of how to put this character forward. This is MKX, obviously. I don't have MILEENA MK11, so here's that clip. She's just eating.
A coin for your thoughts, Aaron?
Just trying to reckon why the hell you're back.
A million souls cried out for my return.
As Honeybee said, a million annoying souls. No, I think that's cool that they kind of put a little nod into to the fact that they're listening to the fans that actually want MILEENA back. I think that's pretty cool on NetherRealm's part. I think not a lot of developers, or more need to do that. So kudos to them for listening to their fan base. Note though, I do not like what they did with her voice. I really enjoyed what they did in MKX, where it was a little bit almost kind of lower-ish. It's kind of really high-pitchy and annoying, I liked it better in MKX. I said the same thing about Rain too, but anyway, so there's that. I didn't spend 6 minutes breaking down a 45-second trailer like some other YouTubers. Real quick, before we get started here, I just wanted to let you guys know that we're hosting another Bonehawk Brawl on my Twitch channel. It'll be tomorrow, Friday, October the 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern is the start time. And we got a couple cool matches here going on the undercard. Logs versus Carl GG, Slick Bandicoot versus Lord V Noodles, Alex Murphy versus Ricci. And then the main card, a little bit of a smaller card this week, Crazy Fingers versus Sakayo, myself versus Barry Slushy. And our main event is a rematch between Competitor and Jinx Forever. Jinx was having some controller issues that he wasn't realizing last week, so he really wanted another chance now that he knows about it. So twitch.tv/Shujinkydink, you can check it out tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Let's get on with the video. Okay, so this was a really fun exercise for me, and maybe it's something you could do as well. Maybe post in the comments whatever your kind of variations of MILEENA would be. So starting off with her base special moves, I didn't really give her a whole lot here because she's got a couple things that are iconic. Some stuff I wanted to leave for certain variations, so I gave her just the ball roll is her base move, special move, and her straight side toss. So on all of her variations or custom variations or whatever, I didn't do any custom variations, I just did 3 tournament ones. That being said, who knows what they're going to do with variations, because they're kind of hinting at different things kind of coming, who really knows. So that being said, yeah, so ball roll, straight side, those are her 2 base moves in my MILEENA that I'm making here. So variation 1 is going to focus a little bit more on her size, and in piercing in MKX, she gets the low and the straight one, the air one. So I didn't want to really take the same things from that. I wanted to create something a little bit different. So she's got the straight one, of course, that's her base move, and then she's got an upward sigh. So like this, but imagine her throwing it upwards, kind of like an anti-air sigh. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. You can use an anti-air if you want, and I think if you, depending on what her moveset was, you could even use it in combos in the corner, You'll do it like a ball roll and that into whatever, into your ender. So I thought that would be kind of cool, and if it's diverse like that, where you can use it in combos, kind of like how Noob Saibot's got in that Pitch Black. He's got the little grabby thing that only works in the air, but he's got combos that put you airborne, so then he can use it. So that was my train of thought there. And then also a air downwards one, so like a dive kick, but here's the ticket. It's got a meter burn. So the regular one says minus 36, and you do 1, and it comes down, hits the opponent, blocks it. They go in for the punish, and you can delay a meter burn, which is still unsafe at say minus 28. But the idea is that they're either waiting for the meter burn to come out and you land safely with the downward side toss, or they try and come in to punish the downward side toss, and then you meter burn it, and then you kind of hit them and get your advantage and go into whatever. The frame data was just something rough I came up with. It wasn't. I think Noob Cybot's like downward like dive kick is around that, so like that's kind of where. But I'd be open to changes on that. And that would be our first variation. A little bit more of like a zoning, space control kind of thing. You know, depending on how far the downward side would go. If it was me, I'd have it kind of around this range. Then you have this one, and then your downward side, and they try to jump, and bam, you know, you hit them with the upward one. So there you go. That's variation 1 of my MILEENA. So her second variation here is more of a mobility kind of one. So she has all her basic strings, whatnot, that kind of thing, straight side. But she has the tele kick, only in this variation, with a meter burn attached to it, as one does. I probably wouldn't have it the same as that. I might have it where she comes down once on one side of you, and then again on the other side of you kind of thing. I think she did that in previous MK games. I can't remember which one, but that's kind of how I would change the meter burn as opposed to what they had in MKX. Just had a little bit of, you know, something to it. And then this returns, but it's slightly different. So instead of going, how do I do the forward one again? Oh, right, it's back forward. So instead of going just forward, backwards, or in place, she would have an in place one, a forward one, a medium one, a far one, and a very far one. Now, to make up for the fact that this is insane mobility, it would have a little bit more recovery when she comes out of the teleport. So it would be more like teleporting around projectiles and maybe trying to get a punish. You know, so teleport into here, ball roll, so try and punish underneath the projectile, that kind of thing. And then on top of it all, you have your tele kick. And that would be it for this variation because I think that that would be quite strong as it is. So, not much more to talk about there. I'm trying to balance that out by having a little bit more recovery because, like, if it recovered the same as this one, it would be a little bit busted, methinks. So, what are your thoughts on that one? Let me know in the comments down below. Let's go on to variation 3. So this is one where I really had a hard time coming up with ideas. So this is just kind of a rough idea of what I had for this variation because I really wanted one that focused more on the Tarkatan side of her. So in this variation, she would get tick damage off of all of her throws. So it would tick, and I said maybe like 50 damage. So in this variation, you get a little bit more off throws. And if given the throw nerf, going down, assuming it's universal, to 130 damage instead of 140 damage, I think that would be kind of interesting and would change things and make this a variation, you know, one that really relies on throws. And then give her a mid command grab as well, kind of a pounce, kind of like she has in the Ravenous variation. So I'd make it a mid command grab, but it would have a lot of recovery if you kind of read it, so that you could do like a little short hop and punish it kind of thing. Similar to other command grabs in the game. Some of them I think could be a little bit more recovery, because like reading command grab or something like that, it's pretty good read. I mean, you can counter somebody pretty easily trying to get out of your command grab. So it would have a lot of recovery. And then I had this idea, and hear me out. So like her Tarkatan counterpart Baraka, he has his war banner, okay? His war banner that gives him a damage buff. Now, because MILEENA isn't like, you know, beefy, bulky, do all the damage, she would have a similar war banner, but it would speed up some of her moves. So it could like speed up her ball roll a little bit, maybe give her like a 7-frame punish instead of like a 9-frame normal or something like that. It was an idea I had. I thought it would be cool to kind of give her something to connect her and Baraka being very similar, you know, with the grabs and the command grab and just being up close. And then the war banner to kind of something that they both have. It one reacts a little bit differently with it. So overall, I am pretty excited to see what they do with MILEENA. Like, she's an iconic character in Mortal Kombat. Whether you're annoyed by some of the fans that, you know, have been repeatedly voicing her or not, you know, I think they're going to make her very, very good and put a lot of detail into her, because just the amount of backlash they got for not including her, and I've mentioned this before, but it really did seem like they were saying no MILEENA when they gave Katana the Sai variation, and I think people really didn't like that. They've done it in previous games before, and why close the door, right? Like, you know, down the road, like, you're supporting this game for a long time, and you see so many people asking for a character. Why design one character with the fact that another character is not possible right at the start? But, you know, lessons learned, right? You know, they did the same thing with Jade and MKX. I don't remember the Jade community being as big and loud about it as the MILEENA community. So, I mean, you gotta speak up or no one's gonna hear you. So, Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, because it really helps me out. And subscribe if you haven't, because we make new videos almost every single day. Hashtag Bonehawks, all that stuff, and we'll see all you guys in the next video.
Accept your death.